emails, and let's go ahead and create one together right now, Paul, for everybody. We're going to call this one Fishing Club 1000, and you can see right away a unique name. Okay, next is select your template. So there's many different templates to choose from.
This is the current simplest default template that you land on when you start.
So let's start with, I really like the high impact one. That's a good one. All right, so here's what high impact looks like. Now, there's nothing in it right now, okay, but it gives you the outline that you're going to follow. And we're going to go through this in real time. So you have the ability to upload your logo. Let's browse.
And that is recommended.
Yes, we like logos. So let me go in and grab that really pretty ZILERGY logo again. I hit open. Remember, I hit browse, went into my hard drive, wherever I keep my photos. I hit open. It's in there now, but it's not in the email yet. Next step, hit upload. And this beautiful logo has just appeared. Now I'm starting to build my email. The next step is to, and by the way, if you want to remove that image, if you accidentally did the wrong one, you can hit remove. Next step is add your content. Now, subject. The subject line will not end up inside this email visibly because the subject line is what people see when they're about to open their email. So understand that whenever you're typing an email from your AOL or whatever, you always have to fill in the subject line. Do you ever get an email that says no subject? You're afraid to open it. Don't leave this blank. Make sure that you're now, keep in mind, this is what the eyes of your recipient are going to see. So you want to make this appealing like...
you want to put some thought into your subject line because a large decision point in whether or not someone is going to open an email is what the subject line says. And one of the keys to not being a spammer is to make sure that your subject line talks about what the message really is about. Deceptive subject lines are marked as spam and can be subject to fines.
Watch this. Ready? How's that for a subject line?
Not too good, Mike.
Not good.
I'm sorry. First of all, money in the subject line. You think that might be spam?
I think so.
How about when you send me an email, business to business, Mike? Do you ever put 4 exclamation points in it?
No, I don't.
No, they might notice that could be spam also.
So don't put a salesy thing in the subject line.
Right. Make it as personal as you can. Hit the spot. And we got a lot of content that we're going to be sharing with you people over the next few weeks that really, really will help you do a good job with your subject lines.
So keep it personal. Do something that you would do that would really be a nice message that you know they are going to see. But watch now. Paul, do you love to fish? And now watch what happens here, guys. Don't get confused. When I hit Save Changes, it is not going to end up in this email anywhere. Okay? The subject line is not for the embodiment of the email. It is the subject of the email that will be in the people's inbox.
So let's talk a little bit about that. You put my name in, but in the future, we're going to be able to grab the name from the database in the subject line.
And it'll automatically go.
Right. So again, when the spam traps are looking for spam, it's typically the same subject line sent hundreds of times. By inserting the name into the subject line, you are now almost fooling the spam traps that it's not the same one coming through.
Right.
Begins with Mike, begins with Paul, begins with Jim.
It's changing it every time.
And that is coming right down the pipe.
That's awesome. So we're thinking of things already in the future. Now, title, let's say, where to catch the big ones. Okay. I'm going to show you where each one of these things shows up. Now, some of these, whoops, I did a typo in there? I sure did. Where to catch the big ones. Real time, you can see, that's a great catch. So it shows me everything. Where to catch the big ones. Now, I might have a subtitle under that. Shallow water techniques. Save changes. Gotta love these email programs. Now guys, some of these templates, see how that didn't show up. Now we're aware of that. Some of the templates are being worked on the test site to be reloaded by the time we go live. So we just want to let you know we are aware that some of the subtitles work on some of these templates right now and some don't.
That's why we're in beta.
That's why we're in beta. But don't worry, all of this is going to be perfect by the time we go live. Okay, so let's jump to title. Let's see.
Title, Article 1 title.
Okay, so what we're going to show you now is that every article has a title, but every template has a different amount of articles. Well, not everyone, but some of them. In this particular email, Paul, we got 1, 2, 3 different articles and the ability to upload more photos. One photo here, another photo there, and you can kind of do a little bit of overkill with this one, so you need to be careful.
Mike,
but
does that mean I have to fill out all 3 articles to
No.
use this template?
Not at all.
Wow, that's great.
But you might want to consider a different template. If you're only going to put one article, then this might not be a good template
Is that
for you.
hard to do?
No, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So if you don't like the fact that there's 3 articles here, if you've only got one article about where to catch the big ones, then go back to select your template and get familiar with these. I think this one was a little more simple. Yeah. So here, look, Paul, 1, I got the opportunity, or actually it does have 3 articles, so let me find another one. But you see how quickly, guys, I changed the whole look of my email? I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's back to default.
Back to default.
Yeah.
So you can create an email and put it in a bunch of different places. And by the way, the page adjusts. So let's just say that I like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a title. Snook season is almost open. You guys can tell I'm a fisherman.
By the way, I just got to note that in the beta test system, not this live system, that these templates have been corrected.
They're already corrected.
Yes.
Okay, so when we go live, these things will already be there.
There will be a push that will notify everybody of within the next few days.
Okay, so let me show you how easy it is to manipulate the editors there. Let's say I found this really cool thing that I read online or something that I wrote. Maybe I kept it in Microsoft Word, and I'm ready to make it part of my email. I can simply paste right off the clipboard. See this? Allow access. And it puts my text right in the editor. Now, I have total control over this text, guys.
Let's just take a minute. There's a button up here that if you're pasting from Word, because of the way Microsoft formats Word documents, you want to specifically use this paste function because it strips out all of the encoding that goes inside of a Word document.
And it might knock your text around and make it look silly.
It will. So if it doesn't look right, go ahead, pull it back out, and go ahead and use one of these specific paste functions that are here for you, for you to use.
Okay, you want me to do that now?
No, not necessarily.
Okay,
Just
all
wanted
right.
to point it out.
And look, guys, you can turn it into bullet points, numbered, bold, underlined, italic, strike a line through it. There's an undo button. You can change the color of your font. Now, I would be careful changing the color of your font because these email templates were created with a certain font color to be designated. If you go with a soft gray here against a white background, your email's not going to come through too well. But what I do like to do to match the size of my paragraph is change the font size and have a little fun, and maybe change the family if it's a fun email. And then I can go ahead and save my changes, and you're building emails just that fast. And look at this beautiful email now, Paul, that I'm building. Is that great? I mean, this makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Now, of course,
It really does, Mike.
we have a ZILERGY paragraph in on a fishing topic. Now, here's some fun things that you can do, guys. You see how it stretched out the page? Even though there's potentially 3 articles available to you, you don't have to use all 3. You can say this. Let's see here. Contact me for a fishing, whoops, forgive my typing, guys, a fishing trip soon. And then all I have to do, this is a lot of fun, guys. Watch this. Contact me for a fishing trip soon. And I can put my information in here. and I can put an email address. I can put my www, let's see, ZILERGY.net. Now these will become live links. See how it took the highlight of a blue web link there? So that's actually a link, guys, that when the person receives this on the other side in their email, this will be, remember how we talked about click-throughs earlier?
Now, we auto-sense that one, Mike, but if you go ahead and you can show them how the actual hyperlink text works, if you go ahead and highlight email, and then you'll see that now those two links have popped. Go ahead and click that chain.
This one here?
Yes. What that does is gives you really robust hyperlink control. So you can see that, it tells you where do you want it to link to. It allows you to get pretty fancy with anchors and targets and title, and you can go ahead and do pop-ups and really get into this. But the bottom line is what robust capability you have to point people to the information, landing pages, websites that you want them to be, getting the information about.
Wow. And see, it didn't change the name of the word, but it actually created a link behind it, Paul. That's really cool. So you can just say, click here.
And now that's
actually, so I could say, contact me for a fishing trip soon. Click here. They don't have to see the name of the website.
You could say here. That's right.
But it puts that link behind the word. Okay, guys, so you get it. And some of these templates allow pictures, and some of them, now listen, follow the rules. Try not to use exclamation marks. Try not to say the things, and we'll probably do some training when we have a little more time on what is considered spam as you guys become proficient at using the email.
Well, one of the cool things is to send me a test, Mike. So,
yes.
So let's go ahead and show them how to do that.
Okay, so let's say that you like your email, but you're not sure what it's going to look like on the other side. And before you send it to 100 people, you can send it to yourself. Send test. It allows you to send to one recipient.
And you won't believe how many times I've used this function and caught something that I didn't see when I was designing it, but when I opened the email, it was plain as day.
Right, and now here's what this function did. Test message sent successfully. So I could go to my Gmail account right now. Number one, did it end up in my inbox?
It did.
Okay, if it went to my spam, then maybe I put a whole bunch of junk in there that I shouldn't be putting. And then when you've done that, now we're not going to go look at my inbox, guys, for the interest of time, but that's just there for you. If you're satisfied with the results, you click that button that said return to email, and now we're ready to actually send it as a newsletter. So